Hello, everyone out there. Bring this in. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome all. Get the lipstick. Gotta get the lipstick, baby. Hope everybody's having a fabulous day out there as I just letting my music play this morning. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just putting on the lipstick. That's it. I just came on here to put on the lipstick to make sure I'm putting it on fine. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. That song keeps going through my head. I think it's a soccer song. Oh, 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 oh. That it keeps going through my head. So that's the song that's going through my head today. So yeah. Well, what do we have? Weirdness, craziness. Wednesday. Remember I said Wednesday would be kind of like the dumping day? It is. It's the dumping day. It's the day that, things feel like over the top and what's going on and what's happening, in the state of the world. And things are feeling a little bit intense, like uh there. I mean, yeah. Okay, so we have the North Node Chiron. That's going to make things really feel weird, especially Chiron. Chiron is kind of, well, he's that wounded healer. He kind of can feel sorry for himself. He's the one might be shunned. He was sacrificed before Zeus for immortality. So, I mean, yeah, Chiron can be a little douchebag sometimes, but good morning, Charlene. So, we have that, and he's with the North Node. So this is, in Aries. So there's with with Mars, that's the dispositor, meaning that's the ruler of Aries, and it's just Mars is squaring and letting go of the old ways, letting go of the ways that you do things, and I feel like people are really. This is what's coming in is that with all the protesting that's happening out there now, if people don't understand what's happening. There are protests all over. We have Italy right now in Europe. We have Italy, Austria, France, Germany, um, probably some more. I think there's some Nordic countries that are coming in there. We also have not been hearing about Indonesia. Indonesia is having huge with their farmers, and so is parts of India still. So they're rising up. People are rising up. They're saying this is, we're not going to take this no more. And the powers that be, the power is like, yeah, we're still going to stranglehold you as much as we can. I sent out a meme today. I sent it out to some friends of and it's can't remember what show it is, but he's very dry humor and he's talking about what taxes are and trying to explain taxes um to this little girl. And so he throws out her lunch and then he goes, this is your lunch, right? You could do what you want with it, right? So you could eat it all if you want. You could save some for later, or you could throw it in the garbage. It's your lunch, right? And she goes, yeah, it's my lunch. Well, in comes the government and he starts eating her lunch. And she's like just aghast at it. He goes, well, the government gets to take 40% of it. And she's like, what? And he's eating 40% of her lunch. And then he laughs and then he doesn't laugh. And then he goes, oh, I forgot about the capital gains. So this is where we're at. I don't think, any time in history. I know people have been taxed. Obviously taxed, but I don't know as heavily as what we have been taxed and not being able to really prosper in the ways of allowing for growth and stuff, it's becoming more of a stranglehold. Although the government did say, here in Canada and the States, is that they're not raising the interest rates yet, because they realize that, it's a slow growth rate right now. I don't trust them. I still see the rates going up quite a bit more, but we'll see about that, because they're really they're going to get it in different ways. So if they're not raising it in the, loan wise, like the 5%, they're going to get it in different ways. And that's where, that capital gains comes in, not capital gains, where they're taxing the gas tax and all this, it's there. So they get you in different ways. It's in your food, in your liquor, in your tobacco, your cannabis, whatever you're buying, it's there. There is this hidden tax that, they're still, gaining. And we're finding, especially with the energies, that it's asking us about moving ahead. And it's saying for us, that there's a wounded ego, that we have this woundedness within inside ourselves. And I kind of tried to write about that yesterday in my blog. Probably didn't make any sense, but it's stepping into this vastness of this well. And this well is really looking into the womb, the pain that needs to be healed. And we get so stuck on how things need to have to look, because there's so many other projections that are coming at us of an assumption of that's the way it is. Yet we should be, looking at things, especially with that, because Mars can get very irritated in Capricorn, because Capricorn has a structure, and it wants the structure, and it wants the structure to look a certain way, be a certain way. If it's not a certain way, to be a certain way, they get mad, they get angry, because it has to go this way, right? This is the way I said it. They said it would go this way. Why isn't it going this way? And so with Mars being there and Mercury being there, it could just really cause you to be scattered and be all over the place. And, this is where you have to come in and be at peace with it. Be at peace with how it's going. Be at peace with how your life is. In order for you to manifest or to grow something, you got to start focusing on what you have now. Make peace with it so it can grow and go forward. That is where, where it's coming in. We have to look at that. How can we begin to make peace? And focusing on what you want and what it doesn't look like, that's the other part too. That's where the frustration comes in. With Aquarius energy, it is unexpected, unknown. If you're expecting it to be a certain way, well, that's not the way it's going to be. It's going to be something totally different, totally unexpected, totally out of the blue, because it's ruled by Uranus. Yeah, it's going to have some structure to it, because that Saturnian energy is still there. It's going to have some structure to it, but it's going to be something that's unique, something that isn't normal. And we're seeing that within the structures of our world right now. We're seeing that things aren't normal. Things are out of whack, and it's all crazy, and it's all abstract, and it's all over the place. And it feels like you have no control over the things that are coming out, and how the world is being played out, and maybe how it's being played out in your own mundane world, and feeling that out of controlness. And it's allowing yourself to be on the ride. It's allowing yourself to say, okay, you know what? All right, it's out of control. Yeah, okay, it's a little bit crazy, but you know what? I have to go with this, because I'm going to create something. I'm not sure exactly what, but I'm accepting the tools that I do have in my toolkit at this time, and I'm going to step forward on a need to know basis. And that's where we're at, on a need to know basis. It's just getting a little bit too crazy out there, and I know people are panicking. And rightly so. But there are parts of this that, especially with the Iranian energy, where we have to question, we have to, rise up in ways of standing up for the values, because values are changing. I had some crazy thoughts about that, and um, how they want control, how they want to bring forth this control. And sometimes it's like wanting to have the control is like you have to really go with the real bad guys, with the real baddies, in order for the government to feel like it needs to have this power. But the thing is that they're supposed to be of service to us. We're not supposed to be of service to them. And I think that's where people have forgotten their own sovereignty, forgotten how to stand within their own light. And when we see so many disruptions that are happening, it's because people are standing in their light. It's not like one day, the farmers decide, okay, let me let me go after everybody, or let me, I decide today that I'm going to go after a certain, because they're calling them prejudiced, and they're calling them, right wing, left wing, I don't know, some kind of wing. And it's just like, these are guys that work 12, 16-hour days on farms, providing food for people, and and being thrown under the bus literally by those that are supposed to be there to be of service to us, but believe that trees are not important, and neither is the food that you eat. The only thing that is important is the control that we administer on you. And this is where it's like, okay, we see what's going on. I get it. But I want to create something new and different. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm going to trust in God. I'm going to trust in the divine that will guide me on this. And I may not know all the ways to do it, but I need to trust that I'm being guided in a way that is allowing me to create that change. And sometimes you have to get very loud in order for you to be heard. And you have to get very not rude like, but I think you have to get where you're saying you have to draw the line. So there are places where you have to draw the line, and I think that's part of the energies coming in today. Even if it isn't what you expect, it's drawing the line and saying this is the direction that we need to go into, and create a new direction, create a new way. And we just don't know exactly what that way is. That's the thing. And that's part of it. It's like I don't know what exactly the way is, but I just have to allow myself to be open to what comes forward. So let's draw some cards. I'm going to be very short here. Got a very busy day today. Solar eclipse. Revolution. Revolution is the state of the day, you know. And bringing that state in, definitely. So the card that goes with that, the Two of Wands. Change, divorce, dissolution, breakdowns, buildups, relocation, crisis. So the solar eclipse is bringing that forward. There's this energy of change that's coming in with this. And with that comes the Gemini, I think. The Geminis are the ones, let's think, let's talk, I need to know. It's that, and of course, Mercury's in Capricorn right now, at nearing the end. We have Venus in there as well. So we have the three of them, but Venus isn't going to conjunct with Mars yet. But there is this, with Mercury there, I need to know. I need to understand what is going on. That forwardness, that pushiness that comes in with with that energy. And it's they have it as the lover card. So paying attention, mindfulness, talking. Yeah, there's a revolution happening, revolution within all of us, but we got to take that time to write it out, looking at the versatility, looking at the explanation of it all, and really allowing ourselves to look at, how is this in alignment with my values and within my truth. And as I do that, I'm going to analyze it. Oh, I love that. So coming into the analytical, the discernment with it all, and looking at it, and understanding, yeah, there's things I really need to understand in all of this. This is the, Virgo is picky and can be, um, you know, kind of, well, they can be exacting, but they want things in a certain way. But the analyst is also coming in as a hermit. So we have this revolutionary energy that's coming in, that's getting us to really look at what it is that we need to think and what we need to understand and know as we are moving forward. And this is about healing and looking at what are our worries? How can we give our worries up to God and give it up to the Holy Spirit and ask for inner peace and a miracle? It's letting go of what no longer works for us and allowing for the miracles to come forth. So letting go of what no longer works for us. What is, letting go of the chaos, letting go of, the nuttiness of whatever is happening in our life, and allowing ourselves to step into the miracles and being open to the miracles and not trying to make the miracles look, be, or say in a certain way. Thanks, love. And that's really where we're at this time. So have a blessed day. If you are wanting to join me for the summer solstice, for the embolic, I am having it this Saturday evening at 6:30. There's a little workbook to go with that. We are going to be working on what do we want to plant, how do we want to plant that, and going forward from that. So I'm going to inhale my breakfast and get back on the road. So have a blessed one, and we'll talk to you guys all soon. Have a great day. So we'll lead out with the ducks. Bye bye.